Welcome back to the channel, everyone. For today's video, as you can see, we have the brand new Adidas Yeezy Boost 380 Blue Oat. These just dropped at the end of July here on July 25th for a retail price of $230. And I picked this pair up from YeezySupply.com. Did take a little bit to ship, so I know I'm a little bit later to getting this video up, but it's when I got them in hand, and I was still really excited to get this video up. This colorway was definitely an interesting one. I feel like it had people feeling a lot of different ways across the spectrum here. And this one, I gotta say, I did not love the online kind of stock pictures. I say this with almost every single Yeezy, that it's really hard to tell exactly how the pictures are compared to how you see them in hand. So I always want to check them out in hand, and I gotta say that these are definitely a lot better in hand. I still don't love them. I still think the other two colorways are a bit better, and I'm not exactly sure what Kanye was going for with this colorway here, but I will say at the end of the day, it is pretty nice in hand. So we're gonna do a full deep dive into the sneaker, take a look at it both up close and on feet, and give you guys my final opinions towards the end of the video. Before we do that though, I have a few announcements. Number one is that my 10,000 subscriber giveaway is officially live. It is gonna be linked at the top of this video and at the end of this video, where I'm giving away a ton of free stuff to give back to you guys for all of your support across this last year. I really appreciate you guys checking out all my videos and helping grow the channel. So I'm giving away a bunch of stuff from Supreme, as well as one free pair of the University Gold Jordan 12s. So in whatever size you want, those are going to be available. So be sure to check out that video linked at the top and at the end of this video. Number two is to check out the brand new Discord server that I have started in the description of this video down below as well. I post all kinds of helpful links and help you guys get the sneakers that you want. So I helped a lot of people grab these who were looking for these. They were actually pretty limited and did sell out pretty quick. So if you weren't on it right away, you probably missed out being able to buy them for retail price. So be sure to check the description to join that Discord group if you guys are over on Discord. But for now, for today's video, let's start jumping into the video of the Blue Oat Yeezy 380. So let's go. And now here we are up close with the Blue Oat Yeezy 380. So as you can see, it's pretty much made up of a few different colors and that really big blue spot on the top. But then if we take a look at the box before we dive further into the shoes, you can see it's just a classic Yeezy 380 box. On the size tag here, you have Yeezy Boost 380. Style code here is Q47306. And color is Blue Oat, and Blue Oat. But otherwise, you can see the top. It is just a classic 380 box. But onto the sneakers now themselves. This is the Yeezy 380 silhouette. So a silhouette I really like a lot. I really like the aliens. I really liked the mists. And these ones, this colorway, I'm not a huge fan of, I don't think. But the silhouette is awesome. I really like the Yeezy 380 as a model. You have this whole outsole, kind of midsole piece together here, which has all Boost in it. You guys can check that out on the outsole a little bit later. It's really nice and really comfortable. And then you have this crazy pattern design, which kind of reminds me of like an earthquake or something like that on this type of colorway here, because you have all the little sections of different pieces off, and then the giant piece in the middle is just a giant thing of blue right here on the side for the lateral side here. So it's really prominent, really bright, and really contrasts pretty well with the rest of the upper colors. So I would say this is sort of like a darker brown or like a mustard color. It's again really hard to describe, but then you have that really nice bright blue in the middle. Going up to the laces are a bit more of like a darker kind of tan or brown, and then it connects all the way up to the top around the sock liner here, the one-piece tongue. You do have these holes on the side for kind of breathability, and you will be able to see your socks through those holes as well. Moving around to the toe box, pretty much the same kind of earthquake design, as I'll call it, is consistent throughout, and that pretty much does wrap out the lateral side. As for the front of the sneaker, you can get a really good look at what I'm talking about for that upper material. You can see the really stark difference between the colors and the pattern, really split between the middle of the stitching there. You can see the stitching is underneath, running all the way up to the tongue, all the way up to the sock liner. Again, the one-piece material for the entire upper. You have kind of that darker mustard brown, and then some other kind of brown connecting around to changing to a little bit of a purple, then transitioning to the blue, and split on both sides of the shoe right there. And then you have a little piece of the outsole and midsole connecting around at the very top of the toe. Then again, you have those rope laces going all the way up the sneaker. And that is pretty much gonna round out the front of the shoe. Onto the medial side now, switching it around, you can see it's pretty much all the same, just a little bit less of the blue on this side here. I have turned on the flash for you guys to check that out. The flash actually does show, it looks like a little bit of a reflective material inside the blue right there. So they did make this pair in a complete reflective pair, but I guess this one does have a little bit of reflection to it. The other one is gonna be fully reflective. Those ones were even more limited than these. But aside from that, it's pretty much all the same, everything wrapping around and staying consistent. The only other thing to mention here is the size tag, which is included on the shoe. It just says the same information that the box does. Taking a look now at the back heel is really pretty tall on this shoe, and you can see that the outsole and midsole kind of angles up, so a little portion of it is above the ground, and then the rest of that kind of darker mustard brown color is shown here. You really can't see any of the blue until you peek around to either side of the shoe, but that is what we have for the back of the heel. Now I've turned on the flash again to look overhead on the shoes and get them loosened up to take a peek inside the sneakers. So again, we can see the top of that sock liner as we move further down. Then you can see there's actually a good bit of padding on the back heel here that is consistent with the other 380s too. Keeps your foot nice and locked in. The insole itself is that nice blue color. You have Yeezy and Adidas branding on the insole itself. And then the actual size tag for the sneaker is a little bit underneath here, but we will be able to get a pretty clear shot for the numbers and information here. And lastly now, we can check out the outsole on the Blue Oat Yeezy 380. So it's the same as the other 380s. You have Boost written on the Boost right there in the back. You can see it's pretty exposed. There are little pockets of it that are exposed throughout the rest of the outsole, but you can see it's that full length Boost across the entire outsole. You have a little bit of traction going all across, kind of in this cool pattern, going all the way to the back of the sneaker where you have the tiny Adidas logo all the way in the back. And finally now, that is going to round out taking an up close look at the Blue Oat Yeezy 380. So now it's time to get them laced up, and I'll show you guys what they look like on feet. And now there we have it for the Yeezy 380 Blue Oat on feet. So like I mentioned earlier in the video, I still think this is a better shoe in hand than the pictures provided online, the stock pictures that we saw on, Yeezy Supply or things like that. With that being said, this colorway still just isn't my favorite, especially compared to the other two that we have seen. I still think it's good. I don't think it's one that I can wear too much or that I like as much as the Alien or the Mist. But I think there's plenty to say about it first before we give you guys my final rating and opinion here. Number one is the sizing. I get asked about the sizing all the time about 380s, and to break it down as simply as possible, I go with my other sizing for Yeezy products in this shoe. Basically every other Yeezy, whether it's 350 V2, 700, V1, V2, V3, I all wear the same size. However, in this one, I would recommend going with that same exact size or up another half size. These do fit small, so if you wear your sneakers a little bit snug, you may want to go up another half size beyond that. So just try and use that as a gauge. I actually have some more sizing information in that Discord in the description down below if you guys want to check that out. Otherwise, the shoe is extremely comfortable. You know, like I mentioned, the entire boost in the outsole there is so nice and really comfortable. I love the 380 as a model. You know, it is a little bit different than 350s in that it has the sock liner piece up here that does kind of hug your ankle. So it's a little bit of a different look, but I feel like it's one that does look really good. I enjoy it a lot. I'm excited to see the other colorways that come out. I think it's a very good shoe. And again, a fair price point at $230, you know, not too much different than the other models. So really no problems there. The only issues kind of boil down to the colorway here. And the colorway I still think is just a little strange. I don't completely understand it. I think it does look better in hand, but one that I'm just still not in love with, especially after taking a look on feet. I think they did look pretty nice, but just one that I can't just completely wrap my head around. So for that reason, if I had to give you guys my final rating and opinion on a scale out of 10 here, I think I'm going to go a 7.5 out of 10. Again, just not quite my favorite. I think I definitely like the Aliens and the Mists a little bit better than these, but let me know in the comments down below what you guys think and how they rank up, you know, across the 3 different colorways. Aside from that, I do want to mention one final time my 10,000 subscriber giveaway that is live. On the previous video that I posted, it's going to be linked at the end of this video and in the description down below, so be sure to check that out. You guys will not want to miss out on having the opportunity to enter such an awesome giveaway, so be sure to get your entries in, as well as be sure to hit that subscribe button as well. I want to thank you guys all for sticking it out and checking out this video for today and checking out the Yeezy 380 Blue Oat with me here. So thank you one final time. I think we're going to end the video here and wrap it up, so I will catch you guys again real soon on the next video.